Old story. The Old Men and the Priceless White Hours. In a forgotten village nestled between two craggy mountains, lived three old men whose names had long been erased from the world's memory. Time had touched them with silver hair and creased faces, but their eyes still shimmered with the secrets of countless years. They spent their days sitting together under the shade of an ancient oak, watching the world pass by. The villagers whispered about the old men, calling them the keepers of the white hours. Few understood why, for none had ever seen the men speak of them, nor could they explain what the white hours were. All anyone knew was that the men would leave their home every evening as the sun dipped beneath the mountains and return in the early hours of the morning, often in silence, their faces glowing with an inner peace that seemed to transcend time itself. One autumn evening, a young man named Elias, curious about the mystery, approached them. He had heard the villagers talk and wondered what these white hours could mean. "Tell me," Elias asked, his voice quiet but eager, "what are the white hours? Why do you leave each evening and return only with the dawn?" The eldest of the men, a man with skin like weathered stone, smiled gently. "The white hours," he said, "are not something you can touch, but something you can live within. They are the hours between the world's demands, the hours before the day breaks fully. They are a time of clarity, when the veil between reality and possibility is thinnest." Elias frowned. "But what do you do in these hours?" The second old man, who had never spoken much but whose eyes sparkled with an intensity that belied his years, leaned forward. "We search for the moments that are too fleeting to be noticed," he said softly. "In the white hours, we can glimpse the world as it truly is, free from distraction, untouched by the worries of the day. It is in those moments that we find our peace." The third old man, who had the softest hands and the quietest voice, added, "We also offer something precious during those hours, our time. Time, when given freely, is priceless. It cannot be bought or sold. And though the world may never know, we've learned that the value of a single moment can be more than all the riches a person might gather." Elias still did not fully understand. "So, you leave to find peace?" "No," said the eldest man, his voice firm. "We leave to give peace. To offer time to the world, where it is needed most. To the quiet places and the broken souls, the lost moments and the forgotten dreams. We gather them, one by one, during the white hours, and when the first light of dawn breaks, we return." Elias thought deeply, the words settling in his mind like a soft rain. He looked up to the sky, where the stars were beginning to dim as dawn approached. Something stirred within him. A longing to find his own white hours, to seek out those fleeting moments that could never be captured again. "I understand," Elias whispered. "And I will keep the white hours in my heart, too." The three old men nodded as one, their smiles both content and knowing. They had already given Elias a gift, one that could not be seen but could only be felt, like the quiet space between heartbeats, the time between breaths. The white hours had passed, and with them, another soul had learned the greatest truth of all, that time, once given with love, could never be measured in gold or silver. It was priceless. I hope this story aligns with what you had in mind. Let me know if you'd like to add more details or explore other themes.